Pisces, take a deep breath for a moment. Something inside you already knows that change is approaching. You've felt the subtle tension in your chest, the strange mix of anticipation and uncertainty, the sense that your life is shifting beneath the surface even if nothing around you seems different yet. This feeling isn't random. It's not anxiety. It's not imagination. It's your intuition responding to a massive energetic movement preparing to unfold in your life. For months, maybe years, you've carried emotional weight that didn't belong to you. You've held on to cycles that drained your spirit. You've tried to make certain people understand your heart while receiving nothing in return. You've kept yourself small to avoid conflict, stayed silent to avoid losing people, dimmed yourself to avoid intimidating anyone. But your spirit has outgrown all of that. Your soul is no longer willing to shrink just to keep the peace. A massive shift is coming because you finally reached the point where staying the same is no longer an option. You've been sensing it in dreams, in random thoughts, in sudden waves of clarity. You've felt old connections loosening their grip, familiar environments becoming uncomfortable, and certain people fading out of your emotional space. This isn't loss. This is preparation. The universe is clearing room around you because what's coming next requires space, alignment, and a version of you that is finally ready to step into your own power. You may have noticed your sensitivity increase, your intuition sharpening, your emotions rising without warning. You may feel more tired than usual, more distant from old habits, more reflective, more aware of subtle energy. All of this is your spirit reorganizing itself for the transformation ahead. You are entering a new energetic frequency, one that no longer matches your past. This shift will not happen quietly. It is not a soft change, not a small adjustment. It is a turning point, a redirection, a spiritual awakening disguised as life rearranging itself. You may not see the full picture yet, but your soul does. It knows exactly where you're going, and it has been patiently guiding you toward this moment for a long time. There were seasons where you felt stuck, misplaced, unheard, or unvalued. You questioned your path, doubted your intuition, wondered if the universe was listening, but those moments were not punishment. They were alignment. They were shaping your resilience, your clarity, your emotional intelligence, your ability to feel deeply and still rise. Every disappointment was preparing your heart. Every delay was protecting your destiny. Every ending was creating space for a beginning you couldn't see yet. The truth is, you outgrew the life you were living, and the universe is now adjusting your reality to match who you've become. This massive shift will touch every corner of your life. Emotionally, you will find yourself releasing attachments that once felt impossible to let go of. Spiritually, you will feel more connected than ever, as if something larger is guiding your steps with precision. Financially, new opportunities or unexpected openings will appear. In relationships, people whose energy no longer aligns with yours will naturally drift away while new, meaningful connections begin to form. Everything happening now is a recalibration. Your heart is being prepared for something bigger, something aligned with your true path. You won't have to chase anymore. You won't have to beg for reciprocity. You won't have to settle for half love or half effort or half attention. You're stepping into a reality where your worth is recognized and your intuition becomes your compass. You may not feel ready, but you are. You may doubt yourself, but the universe doesn't. You may not see the full path, but it is unfolding beneath your feet. And in the deepest part of your soul, you feel it. Something is rising, something is coming. Something in your life is about to change in a way that cannot be reversed. This shift is not meant to scare you. It is meant to free you, to pull you toward the version of your life that matches the truth of who you are. Pisces, this is only the beginning. In the next part, we will go deeper into what exactly is about to change, why this shift is happening now, and how it will open the doors to a chapter filled with clarity, alignment, and breakthroughs you've been waiting for without even realizing. Pisces, as this massive shift approaches, you may start noticing subtle signs that your inner world and outer world are no longer in the same place. Your spirit has expanded, grown, matured, and awakened, while parts of your life have remained stagnant, outdated, too small for who you are becoming. This is why everything feels differently. Your environment, your relationships, your goals, your priorities, your energy, none of it fits the way it used to. It's like you're still living in the shell of an old version of yourself, even though your soul has already stepped into the new one. You may feel moments of emotional confusion, moments where you question what you want, moments where you no longer resonate with the things that once felt familiar. You may notice certain people no longer understand you, certain conversations no longer interest you, certain expectations no longer define you. This is all part of the shift. The universe is not removing anything that is meant to stay. It is removing what cannot support the next chapter of your life. And Pisces, you are not meant to stay in places where your soul is shrinking. This shift is happening because you've reached a point where your old life can no longer contain your spirit. You're outgrowing patterns of self-sacrifice, emotional overgiving, and quiet suffering. You're outgrowing relationships that take but never replenish. You're outgrowing environments that feel heavy, draining, or limiting. You're outgrowing cycles that keep you stuck in the same emotional loop. For too long, you've carried the emotional weight of others on your back. Their pain, their expectations, their disappointments, their projections. You've tried to be the healer, the comforter, the safe place. But now your energy is shifting into alignment with something higher. The understanding that your life is not meant to be lived in service to others' wounds. You are meant to rise into your own destiny. This shift is calling you home. Back to yourself, back to your intuition, back to the truth you've always known, but weren't ready to accept. You may notice yourself feeling distant from certain people without knowing why. It's because your spirit is no longer matching their frequency. You may feel emotionally tired around certain interactions. It's because they drain energy you can no longer give away. You may feel sudden inspiration or new ideas emerging within you. That is your soul expanding. You may feel a pull toward a different life, a different future, a different path. That is the universe guiding you. This shift is not random. It is precise, intentional, perfectly timed. For months now, you have been releasing parts of yourself that were shaped by fear, insecurity, past pain, and old versions of love that taught you to accept less than you deserve. You've walked through shadows that forced you to confront who you are and who you are not. You've healed wounds quietly, without recognition, without applause, without anyone seeing the depth of your transformation. But the universe saw it. Your spirit felt it. Your future waited for it. That is why everything is moving now. You are entering a phase where clarity begins replacing confusion. You will wake up one day and feel an internal shift, a peaceful knowing, a sense of direction, an emotional groundedness you haven't felt in a long time. You will understand why certain endings had to happen, why certain people drifted away, why certain opportunities didn't work out. You will look back and see that nothing was lost. Everything was rearranged for you. This shift will also awaken parts of you that have been dormant. Your confidence, your voice, your intuition, your creativity, your desire for a life aligned with your purpose, your capacity for deeper love and connection, your readiness to receive rather than only give. A new version of you is emerging quietly, not in loud breakthroughs, but in soft realization, in inner peace, in the way you no longer tolerate what drains you, in the way you protect your energy, in the way you trust yourself more, in the way you feel guided even in uncertainty. This shift is not coming to disrupt you. It's coming to restore you. Everything you thought you lost will be replaced by something better. Everything that hurt you will transform into wisdom. Everything that confused you will turn into clarity. Everything that drained you will be replaced with something that nourishes you deeply. Pisces, your life is aligning with a destiny that has been waiting for you. You are stepping into a chapter where your heart will feel lighter, your mind clearer, your spirit stronger. A chapter where you no longer chase, you attract. Where you no longer beg, you receive. Where you no longer overextend, you choose. Where you no longer shrink, you expand. And in the next part, we go deeper into what exactly is about to shift, how it will appear in your emotional and external life, and what breakthrough this transformation is preparing you for. Pisces, as this massive shift approaches, you may start noticing subtle signs that your inner world and outer world are no longer in the same place. Your spirit has expanded, grown, matured, and awakened, while parts of your life have remained stagnant, outdated, too small for who you are becoming. This is why everything feels different lately. Your environment, your relationships, your goals, your priorities, your energy, none of it fits the way it used to. It's like you're still living in the shell of an old version of yourself, even though your soul has already stepped into the new one. You may feel moments of emotional confusion, moments where you question what you want, moments where you no longer resonate with the things that once felt familiar. You may notice certain people no longer understand you, certain conversations no longer interest you, certain expectations no longer define you. This is all part of the shift. The universe is not removing anything that is meant to stay. It is removing what cannot support the next chapter of your life. And Pisces, you are not meant to stay in places where your soul is shrinking. This shift is happening because you've reached a point where your old life can no longer contain your spirit. You're outgrowing patterns of self-sacrifice, emotional overgiving, and quiet suffering. You're outgrowing relationships that take but never replenish. You're outgrowing environments that feel heavy, draining, or limiting. You're outgrowing cycles that keep you stuck in the same emotional loop. For too long, you've carried the emotional weight of others on your back. Their pain, their expectations, their disappointments, their projections. You've tried to be the healer, the comforter, the safe place. But now your energy is shifting into alignment with something higher. The understanding that your life is not meant to be lived in service to others' wounds. You are meant to rise into your own destiny. This shift is calling you home, back to yourself, back to your intuition, back to the truth you've always known but weren't ready to accept. You may notice yourself feeling distant from certain people without knowing why. It's because your spirit is no longer matching their frequency. You may feel emotionally tired around certain interactions. It's because they drain energy you can no longer give away. You may feel sudden inspiration or new ideas emerging within you. That is your soul expanding. You may feel a pull toward a different life, a different future, a different path. That is the universe guiding you. This shift is not random. It is precise, intentional, perfectly timed. For months now, you have been releasing parts of yourself that were shaped by fear, insecurity, past pain, and old versions of love that taught you to accept less than you deserve. You've walked through shadows that forced you to confront who you are and who you are not. You've healed wounds quietly, without recognition, without applause, without anyone seeing the depth of your transformation. But the universe saw it. Your spirit felt it. Your future waited for it. That is why everything is moving now. You are entering a phase where clarity begins replacing confusion. You will wake up one day and feel an internal shift, a peaceful knowing, a sense of direction, an emotional groundedness you haven't felt in a long time. You will understand why certain endings had to happen, why certain people drifted away, why certain opportunities didn't work out. You will look back and see that nothing was lost. Everything was rearranged for you. This shift will also awaken parts of you that have been dormant. Your confidence, your voice, your intuition, your creativity, your desire for a life aligned with your purpose, your capacity for deeper love and connection, your readiness to receive rather than only give. A new version of you is emerging quietly, not in loud breakthroughs, but in soft realization, in inner peace, in the way you no longer tolerate what drains you, in the way you protect your energy, in the way you trust yourself more, in the way you feel guided even in uncertainty. This shift is not coming to disrupt you. It's coming to restore you. Everything you thought you lost will be replaced by something better. Everything that hurt you will transform into wisdom. Everything that confused you will turn into clarity. Everything that drained you will be replaced with something that nourishes you deeply. Pisces, your life is aligning with a destiny that has been waiting for you. You are stepping into a chapter where your heart will feel lighter, your mind clearer, your spirit stronger. A chapter where you no longer chase, you attract. Where you no longer beg, you receive. Where you no longer overextend, you choose. Where you no longer shrink, you expand. And in the next part, we go deeper into what exactly is about to shift, how it will appear in your emotional and external life, and what breakthrough this transformation is preparing you for. Pisces, as this massive shift continues building inside your life, the universe begins rearranging everything around you with immaculate precision. Even the smallest events you're experiencing now are not coincidence. They are signs of alignment. You may notice passing thoughts that feel like messages, repeated numbers that catch your attention, dreams that feel too vivid to ignore, or sudden memories resurfacing without clear reason. These are not random, these are signal. The universe is preparing you for what's ahead. You are entering a time where what once felt delayed will begin to move quickly. What once felt locked will open. What once felt unclear will become unmistakably defined. It's like you've been walking through a fog for months or years, and now the mist is beginning to lift, revealing a path that was there all along. You weren't lost, You are becoming ready. Your intuition is becoming stronger, sharper, louder. You may find yourself sensing things before they happen, feeling energies more intensely, or knowing truths you cannot logically explain. This is because the shift ahead requires you to trust yourself more than you ever have. You are moving into a timeline where your intuition is your compass, and the universe is encouraging you to rely on it fully. You're beginning to understand patterns in your life that once confused you, why certain people entered your life when they did, why certain connections ended abruptly, why certain opportunities disappeared, why some pathways closed before you even had the chance to walk them. These moments were redirections, not rejection, protection disguised as disappointment, lessons disguised as loss. The universe is removing obstacles you don't even know exist yet, clearing energies that were not aligned with your expansion, closing doors that would have drained your light, detaching you from cycles that kept you emotionally limited. The shift coming is not only about new beginnings, it's about releasing everything that prevents you from stepping into them. And Pisces, you've already felt this release beginning. You may have been sensing emotional distance from people you once felt close to. You may find yourself less patient with draining relationships, less tolerant of manipulation, less willing to accept breadcrumbs of attention or inconsistent affection. This is the universe elevating your standards, reminding you of your worth, preparing you to receive only what matches your true frequency. A major part of this shift involves relationships, romantic, friendships, family dynamics, and even connections with people from your past. Some of these ties will dissolve completely because your soul no longer resonates with their energy. Others will unexpectedly reappear because unfinished stories are meant to close or find new beginnings. And some new connections will enter your life, as if pulled magnetically toward your energy. You are not losing people. You are aligning with the ones meant for your next chapter. Emotionally, you are stepping into a period of deeper clarity. You will start recognizing your own needs with more honesty. You will understand what your heart truly desires, rather than settling for what feels comfortable or familiar. You will stop shrinking yourself to avoid conflict. You will stop denying your intuition to make others comfortable. You will stop sacrificing your peace just to maintain relationships that no longer nourish you. What's coming for you requires emotional space, and the universe is making room for it. You will also begin feeling a renewed sense of purpose. A spark inside you that may have felt dim will start to glow again. It may come through a new opportunity, a new passion, a shift in career, a change in environment, or a sudden emotional breakthrough. You will feel yourself reconnecting to the parts of you that you lost along the way, the creative, intuitive, compassionate, powerful parts of your soul that were buried under the weight of survival. This shift is bringing you back to yourself. Financially and materially, you may begin to see doors opening in areas that once felt blocked. Unexpected opportunities, new possibilities, changes in work, or a sense that you're being guided towards something better suited to your spirit. Pisces is entering a period of abundance, but not the kind that arrives from pushing or hustling. The kind that arrives because you aligned with your true path and your energy became a magnet for what is meant for you. This massive shift is not just external, it's internal. It's happening in your heart, in your mind, in your intuition, in your energy, in the way you see yourself, in the way you choose yourself. You are healing at a deeper level than ever before. Not just healing from past wounds, but healing from old identities, outdated beliefs, inherited fears, and emotional patterns that kept you stuck. You are shedding skin, shedding expectation, shedding emotional weight, shedding versions of yourself that no longer reflect who you're becoming. This is soul-level transformation. Pisces, you are finally stepping into a life that matches the truth of your spirit. A life where you are not surviving, you are evolving. A life where you are not dimming, you are illuminating. A life where you are not waiting, you are aligning. And the closer you get to this massive shift, the more the universe will begin sending undeniable signs that something big is approaching. In the next part, we will dive into how these signs will appear, what you need to trust, and how to emotionally prepare for the breakthrough that is coming. Pisces, as this massive shift continues guiding you forward, you will begin to notice blessings forming around you long before they fully arrive. These blessings start as feelings, as subtle openings, as gentle realization. They begin as inner shifts before they appear as external transformation. Your soul recognizes them before your eyes can see them. One of the first blessings you will notice is clarity, a clarity that does not come from thinking, but from feeling. A clarity that gently whispers which path is yours and which path you must finally leave behind. You may wake up one day and realize that something you once fought for no longer resonates with you. Or you may suddenly understand why the universe closed certain doors, because what was behind them could never have supported your growth. Clarity is your first gift. Peace is your second. You will feel peace returning to places inside you where there was once chaos. Peace seeping into wounds that felt too deep to heal. Peace filling the spaces where fear used to live. Peace becoming your emotional home instead of occasional comfort. This shift brings a peace that comes not from avoidance or settling, but from alignment with who you truly are and what you truly deserve. Pisces, peace is the sign that you are stepping into your new timeline. Another blessing is connection, real, meaningful, soul-level connection. As your energy rises, as your frequency shifts, you start attracting people who reflect your new level of growth. People who understand your heart without you having to explain it. People who communicate with sincerity. People who bring stability instead of confusion. People who feel like truth instead of chaos. Some of these connections may appear unexpectedly. Some may be returning from your past with new energy. Some may be new souls who feel strangely familiar. But they will all share one thing in common. They will feel aligned with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. This shift is preparing you for emotional reciprocity, the kind of love, support, and connection that finally matches your depth. Financial blessings also begin forming during this transition. Not just money, but opportunities, new pathways, a sense of purpose awakening inside you, ideas arriving with heightened clarity, a desire to grow, expand, create, or step into something that aligns with your spirit rather than draining it. You may be guided toward a new career direction, a new environment, or a new project that carries divine timing. Prosperity begins with alignment, and Pisces, you are aligning. But perhaps the most profound blessing of all is internal liberation, the moment when you realize that the old emotional burdens you carried are no longer heavy, no longer defining, no longer shaping your identity. The pain that once shaped you begins to lose its hold. The heartbreak that once dimmed your light begins to heal. The doubts that once held you back begin to fade. You are stepping into a version of yourself that you thought you had lost along the way. The intuitive version, the confident version, the compassionate yet strong version, the version who trusts their heart instead of silencing it. The shift coming into your life is not giving you a new identity. It is returning you to the truth of who you've always been beneath the weight of survival. You will notice that your intuition becomes your strongest guide. It will lead you to the right people, the right decisions, the right opportunities. It will warn you when something is misaligned. It will comfort you when you doubt. It will whisper to you when your mind is too loud. You will trust yourself in ways you never have before. As your spirit awakens, you will feel a gentle but powerful confidence growing inside you. Not the loud confidence that demands attention, but the quiet one that comes from knowing you are divinely guided. You will feel supported, held, protected by something greater than yourself. Pisces, the universe is not just preparing a shift for you, it is preparing you for the shift. Your heart is expanding, your energy is rising, your spirit is remembering, your destiny is aligning. And as this shift unfolds, something else begins to happen, something intimate, emotional, meaningful. A truth begins to rise within your heart, a truth about love, about connection, about someone whose energy has been intertwined with yours more deeply than you realize. A truth that has been waiting quietly for the right moment to appear. In the next part, we go deeper into the emotional revelation connected to this shift, the person, the connection, or the energy that is about to enter or re-enter your life as part of your destiny's alignment. Pisces, as this massive shift approaches, one of the most powerful transformations is happening in your emotional and relational world. Whether you realize it or not, this shift is not only about your path, your purpose, or your personal evolution. It is also about a connection, a soul-to-soul connection that has been quietly moving in the background of your life. There is someone whose energy has been intertwined with yours, someone whose presence feels familiar, even if the relationship is complicated, distant, new, or unfinished. This shift is awakening the truth behind this connection. Sometimes it feels like a pull, a memory, a longing, a signal, or an intuitive nudge that you can't explain. This is not coincidence. This is energetic alignment. As you evolve, this person feels it. As your energy rises, they feel the shift. Others may not understand your transformation, but this person senses it in ways even they cannot fully explain. The connection is subtle, but it is real. It moves between both hearts quietly, without words, without force, without explanation. This shift is not only preparing you, it is preparing them. Somewhere in their own life, they are going through realizations, awakenings, endings, and emotional clarity that mirror your journey. They may be questioning their path, their choices, their relationships, or their feelings. They may be recognizing truths they once avoided. They may be releasing cycles that kept them stuck. The universe is aligning both of you individually so that something meaningful can happen together. The energy between you becomes stronger during transitions because your souls are remembering each other. You may feel them in sudden waves of emotion, in quiet moments where their name appears in your mind without reason, in dreams that feel too vivid to ignore, in a longing that rises even when you try to dismiss it, in moments where your heart softens unexpectedly, in signs that seem to point toward them again and again. Pisces, this is not imagination. This is connection. Your shift is drawing this energy closer, either as a reconciliation, a revelation, or a new emotional beginning. And whether you know this person deeply or barely, there is an energetic familiarity, a sense that something about them is meant to matter. This connection may be someone from your past returning with new awareness. It may be someone currently in your life who is becoming more significant. It may be someone new whose presence will enter at the perfect moment. But one thing is certain, your emotional life is preparing for alignment, and this connection is part of your destiny's unfolding. As this shift approaches, old emotional wounds begin to rise to the surface, not to hurt you, but to be released. You may find yourself thinking about past connections, past heartbreaks, or unresolved feelings, not because you're being pulled backward, but because your heart is making space for something new and healthy. Healing and receiving cannot exist in the same space. One must happen before the other. Your heart is being cleansed, your energy is being recalibrated, your expectations are being refined, your boundaries are becoming stronger, your sensitivity is becoming sharper, your capacity for love is expanding. This shift is bringing you into emotional alignment with the type of connection you deserve, a connection rooted in honesty, reciprocity, spiritual depth, and intuitive resonance. You may feel moments of loneliness in this transition, but that loneliness is not empty. It is preparation. It is the universe removing distractions, illusions, and emotional noise so that you can hear the truth clearly when it arrives. The connection coming toward you will not bring confusion. It will bring clarity. It will not bring inconsistency. It will bring intention. It will not bring half-love. It will bring recognition. The kind of recognition that feels like your soul saying, "There you are." This is the emotional blessing hidden within your shift, the alignment of a connection that matches the version of you that is emerging. And Pisces, this is only the beginning. In the next part, we move into the climax of this shift, the moment your life actually begins to change, the external signs that appear, and the emotional breakthrough that completes your transformation. Pisces, as this massive shift reaches its turning point, the changes that were once subtle begin to materialize in the physical world. What you sensed internally now starts to show itself through real events, real conversations, real opportunities, and real decisions. This is the moment when the universe stops whispering and starts moving. You may notice that situations resolve themselves without effort. Doors that felt heavy suddenly open. Conversations that felt impossible suddenly happen. Clarity arrives where confusion once lived. You begin to see the path in front of you with more confidence, not because everything is certain, but because your intuition feels steady. You trust yourself now in a way you didn't before. This shift brings a new rhythm into your life, a rhythm that feels calmer, more intentional, more aligned. You stop forcing outcomes. You stop chasing validation. You stop trying to control timing. Instead, you allow things to unfold, and surprisingly, they do. Naturally, smoothly, almost effortlessly. This is what alignment feels like. Your energy becomes magnetic. People begin responding to you differently. They listen more closely. They respect your boundaries. They sense your presence before you speak. Opportunities come towards you without you having to prove yourself. You realize that when you stop overextending and start honoring your own energy, the universe meets you halfway. Emotionally, you feel lighter. The weight you carried for so long begins to lift. You are no longer defined by past pain, old stories, or emotional scars. You still remember them, but they no longer control you. They have transformed into wisdom, into discernment, into strength. This is the moment when you realize that everything you went through had a purpose. The heartbreak taught you what you will no longer accept. The confusion taught you to trust your intuition. The delays taught you patience and divine timing. The endings taught you that loss can lead to freedom. Nothing was wasted. As this shift completes itself, you may feel a strong desire to choose differently than you did before, to speak your truth instead of staying silent, to walk away instead of holding on, to rest instead of pushing, to receive instead of always giving. These choices may feel unfamiliar at first, but they are deeply aligned with who you are becoming. You are stepping into a life where your needs matter, where your intuition is honored, where your heart feels safe to open, where your spirit feels supported. And Pisces, this is where the final blessing of the shift reveals itself. A sense of certainty. Not certainty about every outcome, but certainty about yourself. Certainty that you can handle whatever comes next. Certainty that you are guided. Certainty that you are protected. Certainty that you are worthy of the life unfolding before you. You begin to move through the world with quiet confidence. Not loud, not forced, not performative, just real. You trust the timing of your life. You trust the unfolding. You trust your heart. This massive shift has brought you home to yourself. And now, as everything settles into place, you stand at the edge of a new chapter, one that will feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned than anything you've experienced before. The universe didn't change your life overnight. It changed you. And because you changed, your life had no choice but to follow. In the final part, we arrive at the completion of this journey, the moment where everything integrates, where the shift locks into place, and where you step fully into the life that has been waiting for you all along. Pisces, this is the moment where everything settles. The noise fades, the confusion dissolves, and what remains is a quiet knowing deep inside your chest that tells you something fundamental has changed. Not outside first, but within you. And that inner change is what seals the transformation of your life. You no longer feel the same urgency to chase, to prove, to convince, or to hold on to what isn't meant for you. There is a calm strength in you now, a grounded awareness, a sense that even if you don't see the entire path ahead, you trust where it's leading. This trust didn't come easily. It was earned through experience, through pain, through growth, through letting go. You are no longer waiting for permission to become who you are. This massive shift has aligned you with your truth. The version of you that once doubted, overgave, stayed silent, or accepted less is dissolving. In its place stands someone emotionally aware, intuitively strong, and spiritually grounded. Someone who knows when to walk away, someone who knows when to speak, someone who knows when to wait and when not to. You may notice that life begins responding to you differently now. Situations that once drained you no longer appear. People who once confused you no longer have access. Opportunities that match your energy begin showing up naturally. This is not luck. This is alignment. The universe always meets you where you are, and you have risen. You understand now that endings were never punishment. They were invitations to choose yourself, invitations to heal, invitations to evolve. Invitations to step into a life that honors your depth instead of exploiting it. And you accepted those invitations, even when it hurt, even when you were unsure, even when you felt alone. That courage changed everything. Pisces, the massive shift you've been feeling was never about losing something. It was about reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your intuition, reclaiming your emotional sovereignty, reclaiming your sense of purpose, reclaiming your right to a life that feels aligned, meaningful, and true. You are no longer standing on the edge of transformation. You are standing inside it. From this point forward, your life will feel different, lighter, more intentional, more authentic. You will recognize opportunities faster. You will sense misalignment sooner. You will trust your inner voice without second-guessing it. You will move with clarity instead of confusion. And when challenges appear, because life will still challenge you, you will meet them from a place of strength instead of fear, from awareness instead of avoidance, from truth instead of self-betrayal. This is what growth looks like. This is what awakening feels like. This is what alignment brings. Pisces, The universe didn't rush this process because you were becoming someone capable of sustaining what's coming next. The blessings ahead of you are not fleeting. They are stable, grounded, meant to last. And now, you are ready to receive them. Trust the unfolding. Trust your intuition. Trust the shift you've just completed. Because your life didn't just change direction, it changed frequency. And from this frequency, everything that finds you will finally feel like it belongs.